Hello there, my name is Saul Madrigal, and today I'm talking about my health behavior journal. To start with, my health behavior that I wish to change is going to be decrease my time on TV, streaming, and online videos. To do this, I set some goals. My first goal is to run 10 miles or climb 20 times the rock wall at Cal State Long Beach in the rec center. This is to help me get away from trying to watch too much TV and replacing it with something healthier. My other goal was to reduce the time of watching online videos and to sleep, uh, roughly about 7 to 8 hours a week, which is a recommended amount. And lastly, to try to do some of those chores that I've been lagging on and haven't had the time to get to. Significance of behavior. The dangers behind watching TV, being on your phone, or watching Netflix. According to a Journal of Health Psychology, titled Just One More Episode, Frequency and the Theoretical Correlates of Television Binge Watching, describes it as a new behavior phenomenon that has risen in the last couple of decades. Now they have done studies where in the UK, 1 out of 3 adults spend at least 4 hours watching TV. This is an issue because watching TV is considered to be a sedentary activity. Sedentary defined by Merriam-Webster medical definition of sedentary, doing or requiring much sitting, characterized by a lack of physical activity, and it even states here increased risk of heart disease for those with sedentary jobs. These hours of sedentary activities also take away from physical activity and the dangers that can be behind them. Some of those dangers are depicted here. This is brought to you by Harvard T. Tain School of Public Health, an article called Television Watching and Sit Time. The article describes some of the issues that can be brought about watching too much TV or too much sedentary activity. The first would be obesity. Study shows that the more hours you watch, the higher percentage you have of becoming obese. With that higher percentage of becoming obese, you also increase by 14% higher risk of developing diabetes and also developing heart disease. Baseline description of behavior. In October 2014, I left a company I was working for 3 years. When that happened, for almost 2 months, I just woke up, streamed some shows, and slept and repeat. My life can be viewed as somewhat as hers, just on the TV or on the screen, just never really doing anything else. One reason I would get up was to use the restroom or eat. On average, even now, I probably still watch 4 to 8 hours. It's nothing as bad as it was before, but it's still a continuous issue that I'm trying to overcome, and thought that this health behavior journal might be able to help me fix this issue. Interventions. Here are some of the interventions that I found online coming from BMC Public Health, where they tried to use financial rewards as a way to promote physical activity. So I put physical activity as my goal, and my reward was a financial reward. Then, in another study, I found that removing the television from the bedroom, or even removing the phone from easy access in the bedroom, is highly effective. This was from Preventive Medicine, Examining Communications and Media-Based Recreational Sanitary Behaviors Among Canadian Youth, results from the COMPASS study. These two interventions were from. So the theory, model, and concept. So here are some of the applications that I tried. Was health belief model, which I use as perceptive susceptibility. As my current condition, the perceptive susceptibility to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease are what I'm using in order to try to be physical and not be watching so much TV. Next, we have the trans-theoretical model, stages of changes. The one I highlighted would be the stage 5 maintenance. Although I have pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, and action, I feel I'm in a stage where I need to do some maintenance to make sure I'm on the correct path and not watching back to relapse. Lastly, the theory of reason and action. The one I chose for this one would be behavioral intervention, which is subjective norms. I surrounded myself with people who like to play basketball and kind of forcing me to join that pattern of physical activity to stay away from streaming TV. Conclusion and recommendation. Conclusion would be to definitely try and write everything down that you want to do when you're changing behavior. Definitely look up some research and even do more. Even with the 4 or 5 articles I read on this, nothing really explained why sedentary activity was so enticing or why people did it. It just kind of came up with the data and information and some interventions, but very little are done on interventions and the reasons why sedentary activity might be done. Other recommendations is don't financially reward yourself if you don't have the funds. So kind of either set that money away or try to join a program where it's coming from an outside source. And those would be my recommendations. Thank you.